So your listing has expired. Now what do you do? Hey, what's up guys? Clayton Gitz here with The Real RVA. So we're gonna talk about, if you have ever tried to sell a house and it didn't work out the way that you wanted to, your listing expired or you released your listing from the market for whatever reason. I'm going to give you some actual data today about, what should you do in that situation? Should you relist with the same agent? Should you consider working with a different agent? The data actually paints a pretty clear picture and it's a little surprising. So here we go. The question that I would be asking myself is, as a homeowner, is am I more likely to sell my house if I relist with a different agent versus the same agent if my house, if it didn't work out the first time, right? If my listing expired, and there have been here in Central Virginia, there have been more expired listings since Q4 of 2025 than there have been in the past several years. So this is a topic that we need to talk about. So according to the data, sellers who relisted with a different agent were 54% more likely to sell their home versus 36% if they relisted with the same agent, right? And that part kind of makes sense because, what are they going to do differently? If it didn't work out the first time, what are they going to do differently? So sellers who relisted with a different agent, 54%. More likely to sell versus relisting that same house with the same agent, 36%. That is a statistically significant difference. Now, the next data points are even, I think, more powerful than that. So sellers who switch agents sold faster once they were back on the market. So on average, and now we're looking at national averages here, okay? So on average, 74 days versus 89 days when relisted with a different agent versus the same day. So versus the same agent. So 74 days on average with a different agent versus 89 days with the same agent. So more likely to sell and more likely to sell faster. Now check out this other data point. So pricing strategy, this one actually surprised me. Pricing strategy matters. So sale probability when relisting with a different price point. Okay, so keep in mind, the data is pretty clear that relisting with a different agent the home will sell faster and it's more likely to sell, okay? But if you relist at a higher price, given those other two statistics, then you are 47.7% more likely to sell. Then, if you relisted at the same price, you're 41.5%, your probability of selling is 41.5%. If you relisted at a lower price, then your probability of selling your home is at 45.2%. I mean, again, this data was surprising to me. So if you relist with a different agent, with a different strategy at a higher price, you're more likely to sell your home. Pretty cool data point there. And lastly, over half of expired sellers actually haven't relisted yet. So what are they waiting for? So right now, again, we've had in Q4 of 2025, we've had a really big influx of expired listings. So what most homeowners are waiting for is a spring market. So this is the perfect time, if your home did not sell the first time, is to consider, based on the data, interviewing multiple agents and relisting your home for sale with another agent, because you're more likely to sell, you're more likely to sell faster, and you're more likely to sell at a higher price. Again, if you like this kind of information, please hit that subscribe button and we'll continue to produce as much of it as we can for you. Appreciate your time and we'll see you next time.